Hello again, everyone. Today I'm going to be swatching some more fountain pen inks. These are mostly from Birmingham, and I believe that these are more ink colors from their Crisp collection. I purchased these essentially when these colors came out because a couple of these, I've been looking for a light color that shows up so you can actually read it, sort of in the light pink family. So these two are inks that will attempt that. We'll see if that works. And then I got a color called Eroded Bronze. This one is Mountain Laurel, and this one is Chrysanthemum. And then I'm adding this other ink. This is a Pelikan ink, a 4001 ink. It's the Turquoise. So this one I actually got from eBay when I purchased my Franklin Christoph Model 02 pen that I got from eBay, and this ink came with it, so I figured I would go ahead and swatch it today. I'm also going to do something a little bit different because I have gotten some of these col-o-ring ink test books, and I'm going to start putting my whole collection onto little swatch sheets here, but it probably take me a little while, and I've only done one as a test with writer's blood for diamine, or diamine, excuse me. Hard to break the habit. So this was just sort of a test to see how I wanted to lay out the samples. So I think I like this format. You know, it might change a little bit as I go on, but this will give me some variety as to how I see the ink on the paper. And then this one actually came with the Pelikan Turquoise when I got it. I added the ring. I actually just learned today how to do that. Basically, well, I'll show you with the other inks, but I did already do it on this one. So, and we already have this swatch, so we won't be doing it for that one, but I have already prepared 3 little swatch sheets for these 3. So I will go ahead and show you that. And then I have my usual fountain pen notebook set up here. I will put a link down below to this setup. I am actually using my True Glass pen today. I wanted to see if that wrote a little bit better on these sheets than the plastic dip pen did from Moonman. So we'll see how that goes. But again, I'm going to do those as I'm doing these in the book. So let's go ahead and move these out of the way and see how we have this set up in here. And I always get a question about the size of my automatic pen. There is a link in that video that I've linked down below to where you can get this pen, and it is a 3A automatic pen. It's really nice for making these swatches. I'm going to be making the swatches in here and also on my little swatch sheets with this. When I started this, I kind of just did a freeform square, but with these, I've actually set it up so that I have a square that I've drawn in pencil so that I can try and get a more crisp line like this for the little square. We'll see how that goes. Again, it's a little time consuming, so we'll see if I keep with that for future ones. But I already have a page set up. It looks like I'm going to need some extra slots, so let me just go ahead and draw those really quickly. And these 2 inks that are already in here on these pages, I don't think you've seen. I did not swatch them for the channel, so I'll go over them really quickly as well so you can see those. There are 2 diamine inks. One is Blood Orange, which was part of a special edition. Oh, I actually have it over here, the bottle here. It's their 150-year anniversary ink, and it comes in this little wedge bottle, which I think is kind of cute. It's like a little chunk of cheese or, you know, pie or something, which is kind of cute. But this is a lovely color, this Blood Orange. I already put it in my Diplomat Flame, which you should have seen recently on the channel, and this ink is just beautiful in that. It's a fairly wet ink, so it was good for that fine nib. And then this one I haven't put in any pens yet. This is Bloody Brexit. I actually got this from overseas, and when I got the package, it was a little bit leaky, and I was worried that it had broken, but what had just happened is it had leaked around the cap because they didn't seal it super well. So most of the ink is still there. The box was a little worse for wear, but it was fine. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the Pelikan 4001 ink first. Since we already have a little test sheet for that, I won't be doing that, but I'll leave that there. And I also have a pot of water off to the side to rinse my tools off. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see that a little bit better. So most of the, at least from what I've heard, I only have one, well, I actually have two 4001 Pelikan inks. One came with a pen, which is a royal blue, and then I have a, their brilliant brown, which is actually really, really nice. But they're a little dry, so you have to be careful about which pens you put them in. This looks like it's probably no different. It's probably a little dry as well, just given how it's going down on the paper. But it is really pretty. I'm actually going to go ahead and, well, I probably shouldn't even have rinsed that off because I am going to, oh no, I don't need to do that for this one. Right, because we already have a sample sheet. I keep forgetting. A little scatterbrained there. So for the next ones, I am going to do the little squares after I've done the square here and then go back and do the squiggly lines in the writing. Okay, so I've just washed off or wiped off that automatic pen. Then I'm going to go in here with my glass dip pen. And this bottle's fairly full. It looks like the person before didn't use very much of it. Okay, so this is Pelikan 4001 Turquoise. Oh, I added a K in there. I am not doing well today with the spelling. So that basically just doesn't have a K. So let me cross that out. I've been so busy lately, and I feel like if I don't keep this up, I'm going to get behind on videos. I may end up switching to a 3 video a week format just because I've been so busy and I haven't had enough time to do videos, and I have been kind of rushing some of the ones that I do. So I may end up doing that in the future, but we'll see how it goes. If I start to run out of videos for the 5-day-a-week plan that I have now, I probably will go to the 3-day. But anyway, that's an aside. So what I kind of like about the jar top, which I'll show you on the next one because I've already done it for here, I'm not going to do it for this one again, is that it shows you sort of a darker color that you can get out of this ink. But this is pretty consistent with what's already on this swatch sheet. It looks pretty similar. So I think we're getting some good representations here. So I'm going to put that off to the side. And I'm going to get my next one out because I am going to do that one. Actually, I'm going to put, let's see, I'm going to put it here because I'm going to start putting these Birmingham inks over here so that I can start a new page with them. So this was a new order that I put in for these 3 inks, and I also, this bottle is huge. I also got the largest bottle of the Hydrangea ink because I've been really, really loving it. And I'm actually thinking because I have so much ink in so many different colors, I might be trying to do some collage pages or something with the ink and incorporate that. But I'm still working on that idea, so I'm not sure what I'll do yet. Okay, let's save the 2 lighter colors for last. I'm going to do the Eroded Bronze first. Okay. So I'm going to do the swatch here, and then I'm going to do the swatch on the card. And this is beautiful. Sort of a lightish blue. But I'll show you, and I have to be really careful with these because I do want to try and stay in the lines because I'm trying to get that sort of sharp edge there. So I think what I'll, oops, of course I immediately get that smudged, but that's okay. That sample's all right. Let me go ahead and continue. I kind of need a lot of ink for these cards because they're very absorbent. And okay, so I think that's probably as good as it's going to get as far as straight lines. So then I can kind of color in the lines here. And I try to do enough ink so that there's some variation in the swatch. So there you go. That's how that's going to go. Yeah, and I didn't smudge this one too much, so that's good. And I've really been impressed by these crisp inks actually showing up pretty well when you write with them. So we'll see how that goes. And this is Birmingham. Eroded Bronze. I suppose this is sort of the color of Eroded Bronze. And so I'm going to write here, and I've kind of decided that I'm going to do the name of the ink brand in cursive. So Birmingham. And then I'm going to do the name in just block lettering so that I can have a variety here. And plan to do some squigglies there. And now I'm going to do the ink cap or the bottle top. I think this is still wet enough, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake this up a little bit, turn it upside down, and then I'm going to press this. I'm going to try and get it like sort of right in here so it overlaps a little bit. So I'm going to just put that down there. And there you go. And some of them will be a little bit more messy than others, which is fine. But this one I actually quite like. So that's my plan for doing ink swatches, because then if I do it overlapped, this one I didn't really have room to do overlapped with because of where I'd put the letters, but I wanted to do that so you can get some darker shades there. So there we go. And I'll bring this back out at the end. So let's go ahead and get the next one ready. I'm gonna put this off to the side, so I'll do it on the table here. And then all of my tools should be ready for the next color. So let's go with Mountain Laurel. And it looks like I got a little bit of sort of some flicks of ink, but we'll see. Let's see how it goes. Okay, this does look pretty light in the bottle, so we'll see if you can actually write with it in a way that is legible, because it's sort of like the holy grail that I'm looking for now is a lighter ink that is in sort of the pink family that will be legible for writing. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm also going to do this one. Let's see if I can not smudge it that time. Try to be careful. And I noticed earlier that my hands were a little shaky today, so it's probably not the best day to be trying to do some straight lines, but this seems to be working okay. Okay, so now that I've put in the lines, I'm just going to fill in. Oh, that doesn't seem to be flowing all that well. That's actually some nice variation there. I'm gonna clean off my automatic pen. And then I'm gonna do the writing on here first, and then I'm gonna bring that swatch back. I don't know, this looks promising. And that one is Mountain Laurel. Ugh, spelling mountain wrong. Laurel. Let's just say that my brain is fried today. Let's just say that. Okay, I'm not gonna wash off the glass dip pen. Instead, I am going to write up on here. Birmingham. Mountain Laurel. Okay, and then rinse off the dip pen. And then I am going to do the same thing that I did with this one, sort of turn it upside down so that I can get that bottle top ring. I'm gonna do it in the same area. Okay, there we go. Put that over to the side. And then let's do our last of the three. I wanted to do this when I had only a few inks because it is a little bit more of a time-consuming process. I probably won't do this in every video, but I do need to go back and do old colors, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so this one, these, I mean, they're a little bit like dirty pinks, but they do seem to be dark enough to be legible. We'll see how the writing looks on this one. But the writing on that one definitely looks legible, even though, albeit misspelled. All right, I'm gonna have to push this out of the way because I don't want to smudge that. Okay, get some more to fill in here. I thought about doing this with Q-tips, which is sort of the standard way that I think most people do it, but I still think that this is less wasteful, even though I might end up using more ink, but I don't know. I mean, probably not when I think about it. Those Q-tips soak up quite a bit of ink. Okay, there's that one. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting pink. Looks like it's got a little bit of green in there. I'm not sure how accurate the color is that's showing up here, but we'll see. I'm going to set that aside for the time being. Bring this back. Birmingham. Oh boy, Chrysanthemum. Okay. Okay. Excellent. I'll have to pay close attention when I spell that on the other card too. All right, and I'll bring that back out towards the end so you can see how it looks on there. And then let me do cursive. Oops. Okay. And then the last one on here. Oh, I forgot. I was doing the little squiggly lines here. And I might do the water test on this paper too. I'm not going to do it now because I like to let it sit a little while. That's really actually a very interesting color and very dynamic here in this ink swatch. Okay, so I'm going to turn this bottle upside down. Okay, and then I'm gonna go higher up on the, there we go. All right, so let's get it out here. I'm gonna try and see what the differences are too in between the different color swatches. Like I was saying, this one doesn't look a whole lot different from what we've got here. I would say this bottom color is probably more accurate because it was probably applied more thickly. This is showing an even darker color that this could be, although since I messed up a little bit and blotted out a letter here, that color is about as deep as that. You can also see some of the sheening on that one. So, and then let's see, I'll go from the top down here. So we have Birmingham Eroded Bronze. So I'm definitely getting a deeper color on this paper. Part of the reason why I was so hesitant to use this paper for so long is it seems like it's very absorbent paper, so I didn't know how accurately it would reflect colors. It is a little bit darker than it is here, but then, you know, I just have a different representation of what it might look like on different papers. So there's that. And these have mostly dry, and so it have the cards. So here's that Mountain Laurel. These are actually really neat. And here you can see a lot more of the almost yellowish shading coming out. Here you can't see that at all, really. So that's very interesting. But I think on both, you can see the writing very well with this color. So I'm looking forward to trying that out in some pens. And then this other one, Chrysanthemum, I mean, these samples look very, very different on the different paper, but the writing still looks pretty similar. All right, well, that's all I had for you today. Like I said, since this was kind of time consuming, I'm probably not going to do this every time in the future. So I just wanted to test it out today and do that for you. And then in the future, we'll see how it goes. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe to keep track of future videos on my channel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Feel free to subscribe, like I said. And I hope to see you next time. But in the meantime, have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.